Hello and welcome to another video. I am going to talk about what has been going on in my life. I have shed the word vegan as a part of my identity because it was no longer resonating with me. I just felt it was bringing a very toxic mindset into my life, and it was making me judgmental and aggressive, and I just don't want to have that as a core identity anymore. I want to be a part of a more uplifting and open-minded movement. And I feel like the way that veganism has been going lately is that it's a very all or nothing attitude. If you make one mistake, people will attack you for it. And humans aren't perfect, and to hold yourself at a level where you have to be perfect always or you're a bad person, it's just, that's not the lifestyle that I want to promote. That's not the mindset that I want to have. And I want to work towards a world where everyone is trying their best to be the best version of themselves that they can be in that day, and then strive to be better the next. I also want to promote self-love and self-care, and for me that involves like making sure you're the healthiest you can be. That's something that I've really struggled with. For me to say that this is the healthiest I've ever been is a lie. I am not healthy. I've been struggling with digestive issues. A couple years ago, I developed an eating disorder, and I'm gonna do a separate video talking about my eating disorder. For now, I'll just say that my eating disorder, I personally believe, was quite severe, and I'm still dealing with the repercussions of that and still dealing with the mental aspects of that. I mean, it is a really big struggle. The effect that eating disorder had on my body is very severe, and I have faced a lot of digestive issues, and I have tried so many different methods of fixing this. Nothing was fixing it, and I wasn't able to digest anything properly. I wasn't hungry, so I wasn't eating enough. It was taking me over a week to recover from a workout. I didn't feel good to work out. If I was working out, I was so bloated, so it was very uncomfortable. Just all together, it was just not working, and I was just in such a dark place. The only thing that I hadn't tried, because it was so against my morals, was what everyone else that goes through the same thing that I was going through with digestive problems, IBS, and all of these things, all the things that those ex-vegans talk about, and then they introduce fish and eggs to help. And I was like, I will never be one of those people. I could never. I'm gonna be vegan forever, and if you give up on veganism, like, you weren't doing it right. And I would unfollow those people, and I would just immediately think they're a bad person. That's the toxic mindset that vegans have, is they truly wholeheartedly believe that veganism is the only way, and everybody has to, because plant-based diet is the most healthy diet. I do believe a primarily plant-based diet is suitable for everyone and is best for the environment, best for the animals, if you can be 100% plant-based. And I do think everyone owes it to the animals and the environment and themselves to try being vegan. The chances of it working for you are very high, but I do also believe that if you have damaged your gut health, it's going to be a lot harder for you to thrive on a plant-based diet, because you really have to make sure you're getting enough nutrients. And I am obsessed with nutrition. I'm always like researching and looking for a new way to be healthier and improve symptoms and everything like that, because I believe that your health starts from the inside, and you can heal yourself from the inside. That's my goal. And because I have struggled for so long with this, I just felt so hopeless. I felt like there was no way out, and I was rewatching those ex-vegan videos, and I saw it in a different light. They all were going through the same thing as me. It took me a couple weeks of bawling and crying, and I was like, I just can't do it. Why do I get to decide that my life is more important than theirs? It's not fair of me to say that I deserve this because I need to be healthy. And it was such a struggle, and like, I could see from a logical point of view, if you want to survive and enjoy your life, you're gonna need to make a compromise, a moral compromise, and I can't tell you how freaking hard that was. And it's crazy because also in the back of my mind, I know that I had been having these cravings for fish and for eggs, and I'm just like, no, that's not even food. It's not food, it's not good for you, it's bad, and I'm never gonna eat that. And yet when he's cooking up some eggs or having smoked salmon on toast, I'm literally like drooling over it. And it's just freaking eggs and salmon. Like there's no reason, it's not like it's a chocolate cake. Like why am I drooling over that? And I had made a point a couple months ago when saying you shouldn't ignore your hunger cravings because your body is smarter than your ego. Just because you want to be thinner, so even though you're hungry, you're gonna ignore the fact that you want breakfast. It's like the fact that I'm sitting there eating my beautiful vegan meal that I'm not going to be able to properly digest because my digestive system has been completely destroyed. Even though I have that delicious vegan dinner in front of me, I'm still drooling over the eggs or fish that is being eaten beside me. It's not like those were my favorite foods before I went vegan or anything, so that's such an odd thing for me to be having. But for me to be like ignoring that, even though it's obviously a sign from my body that it's needing the nutrition that the vegan proteins are unable to provide for me at this time. For me to ignore that, logically, it doesn't make sense. Morally, and because of my ego and my identity as a vegan, it was much harder for me to be able to like allow myself to try. And that's eventually where I got to. I was like, I mean, I've tried everything, I might as well just try this. So I did. I tried it and I have noticed significant improvements, also some other changes, but I mean, I can talk about them all because I feel like the ex-vegans are so scared to talk about it because they're gonna get attacked. And I mean, like, I already know that I'm gonna get attacked by vegans because I've been attacked by vegans while being a vegan. Ultimately, if you're having, I want to make this video for people that are having the issues that I was having and they're too afraid to make that switch. As hard as it was for me, I know it was harder to stay in the way that I was. The quality of life was just so horrible. Feeling sick every day, horrible stomach cramps, not being able to digest anything, not being able to recover from your workouts, not being able to work out properly because you feel so sick. Like my sleep was horrible, like everything. So it's just, you have to look at it from this perspective. Most likely if you're vegan now, you probably weren't vegan for your whole life. So you have eaten these things before and they are still food. They still have the properties that will give you energy like fat and protein. It's gonna fuel your body. And when you make the initial switch, don't let your identity stop you from being healthy. Don't let your guilt and morals stop you from enjoying your life, because I know how hard it is to live like that. I don't want to promote a lifestyle that's not like 100% plant-based, but if that's what you need to enjoy your life, that's what you need to do. And you owe it to yourself to at least try. Yeah, at first you're gonna feel a little bit guilty for eating an egg or eating a piece of salmon or whatever you feel comfortable adding into your diet. The main things that people see benefits from is eggs and fish because of the fat and protein levels. Like a vegan's diet, if you're eating a lot of plants, they don't contain a lot of protein or fats. That's, I think, why so many people are going ex-vegan, is because they struggle to get those nutrients on a fully plant-based diet. Even though it is possible, it's harder, especially if you have digestive issues. So what I'm trying to say, I guess, is if you're gonna make that switch, you're gonna have a little bit of guilt, but you have to understand that your health is something you should not compromise on. Your health is what's gonna get you through the rest of your life. If you're compromising your health now to save animals, it makes you a good person, I guess, but it doesn't make you very smart. Like, sorry if that's controversial to say, but trust me, like that was me for a long time. Like 2 years I struggled with this, and finally I just was like, I've tried everything, so it's time. The progress I've seen is my energy levels are much better. My sleep generally is much better. My workout recovery is much better. My nails are stronger. My hair is growing thicker. I'm seeing more like muscle. So because I was having such bad digestion problems, it was because I wasn't able to properly digest vegan proteins, or the majority of vegan proteins. So now that I get my protein from fish or eggs, it's much easier for me to digest food. So I'm super hungry now, so I'm eating enough. Yeah, my digestion is working so much better. I mean, sometimes I get bloated and like really bad cramps. That only happens when I eat a certain vegan protein. I try to reintroduce it and it doesn't work. My intention right now is to try continuing on the diet I'm on with some fish and eggs for a year, and I'm gonna try my best to not feel guilty. And if anyone tries to make me feel guilty, I'm sorry, and trust me, my morals don't agree with it either, but I have to do this for my health. And I'm not blaming the vegan diet at all for making me feel sick. I know 100% I made myself sick through my eating disorder. If you're gonna abuse laxative tea, it's gonna destroy your gut bacteria. So obviously I didn't think about that when I was doing it. All I was thinking about was getting smaller. But anyways, that's gonna be a different video. So yeah, basically I've noticed huge improvements with my gut. I'm just, yeah, seeing a lot of overall benefits. The only like one weird change is a little bit TMI, but like going to the bathroom has like, I don't even know if you want to hear this, but like vegan poops for me were like not good, in the too much side. So okay, yeah, that's a good way to say it. And then now it's closer to like the not enough side, if that's making sense. But I'm figuring it's just because of my like diet change, so my stomach is getting used to dealing with the animal proteins. If it continues like this, I'm gonna have to make some adjustments. That's the only like downside, other than the moral conflict I've been having. Yeah, other than those two things, everything else has been positive. I don't really know what else to say. I think I've kind of put it all out there. It's been really weighing heavy on my mind lately. It's kind of like a weight lifted off, and I'm able to like shed this identity of veganism because it was causing such a toxic mindset for me. I guess my last thing I want to say is that veganism does not have to be all or nothing. Making one day a week vegan still makes a difference. Cutting out one animal product still makes a difference. The world needs millions of imperfect vegans, not hundreds or thousands of militant, angry, perfect vegans. I'm sorry, but that's not the way humanity works. We are not perfect. We are a very imperfect species. We're not even a collective species as it is. We have so much hate against our own. And before we can heal our relationship with our own species, how are we supposed to end speciesism? You know, we need to treat others with love and understanding and acceptance, and work towards a better future together, and not by attacking people and shoving information and horrible images down their throat. Not everyone is going to respond to that. I feel that it's causing more harm than good. And if you disagree, feel free to let me know. If you are struggling like I was, please comment below or message me on Instagram. I'll leave my link in the description. I don't want you to feel alone in this, and I just want to make this video to help people and to be honest, because I'm not gonna keep making what I eat in a week as a vegan videos, because I no longer eat a vegan diet. Most of my meals are still vegan. If that makes me a bad person because I care about my health and I want to be healthy, I'm doing the best I can with the resources I have. I don't know. Feel free to blow up the comment section. All publicity is good publicity, so I'm just rambling now. So I guess I'll wrap this video up here. I just want to thank you so much for watching, and thank you for those who are going to be understanding and kind. Regardless if you said something mean or not, I love you very much, and I appreciate what you do for this earth and for the animals. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. See you next time.